All right, y'all, before we start, because some of y'all be tripping, under the advice of counsel, I got to add that the views, thoughts, opinions that are expressed on this podcast are mine and mine alone. They do not represent my employer. All right, let's go.
Because I was like, damn, do we really want to get into this discussion? Because if we get into this discussion right here, y'all.
What's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Reach My Forest Finest, the podcast. And today I got a special guest, one of my favorite TikTok teachers in the building, Tiffiney.
Hey,
what's up, girl?
So good to meet you.
Oh, a long time. We were trying to plan this. Now, I ain't going to tell y'all how I made a whole blooper. What was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
When I thought you were coming on that day.
Ma'am.
We drove all the way here, set the studio up.
I didn't know you had set it up.
We were here.
Since you told me.
Yeah.
You gave me the date.
He said, is she coming? I said, yeah, she coming. So I text you like, hey, we're here. And you was like, girl.
Since next week. Since next.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
That's
we
okay.
got it together.
We got it together. Because I don't know what. I saw the 3, and I thought it was the 23rd. I can't remember what day I thought it was.
It's because we needed the break.
Girl,
we needed the break. It's a lot going on.
It's so much.
It was time to stop. And
much.
But it's all right. We got here.
We here. But it's time to go back now. It's time to go back.
Yeah.
And how was your break?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good. The girls came home from college,
Mm-hmm.
made me cook, and I got all the different things that reminded me why I'm glad they gone. They came in, Mama, why you ain't got no food in here? Because you ain't here.
That's it.
And it made me wonder, like, if I didn't have kids, would I have ever taken good care of myself? Because there was nothing in there. It was nothing.
But what do you survive on daily?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Ain't nobody there. And I don't know how to cook for one. So I just grab something and I keep going.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for that life.
Pack of oatmeal, keep going.
I cannot wait for that life.
There's no reason for me to fry up nothing.
Oh,
sometimes I'll eat breakfast. I eat breakfast any time of the day.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm simple because it's just me.
Man, I can't wait for that life.
Listen, I thought I was going to be sassy.
No.
I thought I was going to be sad and just depressed.
I'm just so happy when they go for the weekend.
I cried when they left.
This time?
No. Like the
first time.
When the first one left, I boo-hooed.
Oh.
The next one, I funeral front row crying. But then I got settled around week 2, and it was all good.
Oh, man. So I was like, they come in the house, you're like, what you doing here?
Yeah, when y'all leaving? That's my question. Like, when y'all going?
I love it. So I feel like for this episode, because you have a huge following on social media, and I feel like you can relate to some of my social media teacher gripes, right?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about what is like being a TikTok social media teacher. Now, there's a difference because, I say there's this version of being a TikTok teacher, social media teacher, and then there's this version.
Absolutely.
This version gets all the foolishness.
They do.
All of it.
They do.
This version gets all the brand deals, sponsorships,
we do.
numbers.
Yeah, I don't have a brand deal. I don't have a sponsorship. I use markers with my camera. I like Sharpie. But ain't nobody trying to give us nothing. You know what I'm saying? I draw, nobody's trying to give us anything. It's a box. It's definitely a box. If you stay within this box, then all is good. You're still not gonna get those numbers,
right?
But everybody will play nice.
Yes.
But when you get to talking too real, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So mine fluctuate back and forth between playful and real, real. And when I start talking real, and when I'm playful, I get flack. And I think it's more so because, I'm a little melanated, just a little bit. So
you can call it what it is. It is what it is. So I think this, right? Try not to be a hater.
Oh no, you're not.
When you go to who's palatable and who's not palatable, right? So we all know I have a mouth on me. I do. And so
I enjoy it.
Well, thank you.
I enjoy it. You're the yin yang. I love it. Because you say the
you.
things with the magic words.
That's what everybody always says.
Yes.
And I feel like at first when I first started, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I need to tone down. I'm not going to say names, but there's a very, 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 very popular TikTok teacher who has like millions of followers.
Okay.
Hit me up one day in my inbox and was like, hey, I love your content. I love what you do. I feel like you would be better if you would cut the cursing.
Was this a cousin?
It was a cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a cousin. It was a cousin who has millions of followers.
Okay.
Right? a teacher is, look at my phone going off, a teacher as well. Millions of followers. And I was like, dang, you know what? You're right. So I started switching up my content a little bit. I started saying, you know, let me be mild. Let me not curse. And then I said, this feels so fake. It doesn't feel like I'm being authentically me. Right. And what is the purpose of being on here if I cannot be authentically me? Absolutely. And then it was like, okay, well, brand deals and sponsorships. And then I said, how important are those things to me when it comes to me being me? Right. If them sponsorships.
Well, you know, as a person who's on the flip side, I don't do the magic words, right? Right. I still ain't got no sponsorship, so it don't make no difference.
See?
It makes no difference.
And you got some funny content.
I try to keep it on the funnier and lighter side, and every now and then I'm gonna flip because I'm gonna tell you how it really is. Even if it's comedic, I'm still gonna let you know, like, this is how it really is. I still ain't got a brand deal, sis, so go on and do what you do. It don't make no difference.
I just figured it just wasn't gonna work like that. But then I also feel like there is a market. It may not be a huge market, or maybe not be a market that wants to come out and be known. Right. There is a market for teachers like myself who are, I don't want my personality to be a teacher. Right. That's a job. I do that from 8 to 4:30, and then I'm out the door, and then I'm me after that. Right. I always say I'll cosplay a teacher, right? So that's job, your problem. That's it.
That's the problem. Teachers are only viewed one way, and it's how you are seen on the clock. And they want you to be that way when you're off the clock. So when they see the real you after hours, they don't want that. Yeah. They want you, even on social media, to remain who you are when you clocked in, and that's not what it is.
Working for them, the taxpayers, because they pay me.
But this is
even in my sleep.
But this is your page. This is our page. We don't have to do anything. Yeah. And so, but they want to monitor you after hours. Yeah. And that's it. If they can't monitor you after hours and keep you in that box,
then that's the problem.
That's the problem.
And then it gets to where they feel so entitled to your personal time and space. Baby, they get to getting on that and emailing the powers that be. I can't even count how many reports I've gotten to the powers that be, to my principal, to the school district, to the superintendent. I said, dang, y'all really don't believe that teachers have freedom of speech.
I was told that it's because, girl.
It's somebody trying to get it. I hope it's a man. Child, ain't no man. That's my child.
It's
cash at me, mama. Help me do something.
Okay. I was told that when you have a big personality, that can be a problem to staff members who do not have a big person. Now, this was told to me. This was told to me, yes, that they don't understand why you get so much attention. This was told to me, and it's a jealousy thing, because how dare she get this kind of attention, have this big of a personality, even though that ain't even you. That's not even you. You're just mad about it because I'm getting attention. Yeah. And so it brings backlash. I remember making a video, and it was a ha-ha video about, hey, we here. Don't ask me what's in my cup. Next thing I know, I'm getting reported that I'm drinking on the job. And I was like, what? Like all kind of things. I say good morning to somebody. Oh, you don't like good mornings.
Because they've been watching you.
They've been watching me. And I did like a funny spoof about how do you know it was a good morning. That was actually a video I did with the superintendent. Wow. I did a video. The superintendent wanted to do a video with me, and it was so good.
Was this at the school where you got that fine principal?
Oh, Lord.
Oh. Listen, respectfully, sir. Hello. Hey. I can't remember if it was a dress-up day or something video you did.
What did he have on?
I don't even remember, but he was just he was swaggy. I think he had on like some Jordans, and he just looked.
Well, I think it was color day. It was like a sweat,
perhaps.
Because I think it was sweat day, and it was like, it looked like paint drips and stuff all over him. It was,
I don't know, but that man was fine. Respectfully, sir.
When I went to that school, or that district rather, because I left Dallas to go, and that's a rural district. Okay, like it's one high school, one junior high. Okay, like it's like that, as opposed to Dallas. The first thing everyone noticed was that man. Tell me, who is that?
Who is that?
Who is that from my old campus? Who is that? Who is that? Yeah. Lucky for everyone, he loves attention.
Okay. I love to give it.
He is very much married, but he's a very nice. It's all right. You were just honoring the works of the Lord.
When you say that about a man, I'll be like, if I had a male member, it'll be like,
I know, because it's like, yeah, you were attractive.
never mind.
Never mind.
So let's talk about like other complaints. So you've gotten a complaint about drinking on the job.
Drinking on the job.
What was that like when you got called into the office to talk about that?
It was very interesting. They didn't believe it. They thought it was funny.
But they have to investigate it.
But here's the deal. I feel like, why don't you say something to them?
Hello.
Instead of making it so easy for them to keep doing stuff like that. Because when you don't make it easy for them, like, why would you think that?
Right.
Well, let's watch the video.
Or let's call her in here and tell her your concern.
No, they make it too easy. So they give them, we're going to investigate your claims. Then I get in there, they're like, guess what? It's all funny.
Do they ever tell you who said it, though?
No, but it always seeps out. It always seeps out who it was, and...
So you know who it was.
It's people I don't even work with.
We know who you are.
I don't even work with them. I was on second grade. You on a whole different hallway, 2 hallways down. Like, why are you...
Just being a hater.
Just being ugly.
Just being
you know what I'm saying? And that's when it was told to me. It's because you get the attention. You're black. You in this rural area. You're getting attention. They're like, how dare her?
Yeah.
And so while I was there, I just started blocking all of them.
Hello.
Run tell that. I don't block. And still work with you and said good morning.
But you don't like good morning.
Don't like good mornings. Because here's the deal. The internet is not a real place.
Right.
People literally treat it like it's a real place.
Yes.
That one video I made about just because we work together, we're not friends.
Right.
And I ended on, I don't like you. Somebody reposted that video, wrote the word itch across it, and reposted it on their story. Like, they literally feel like the personality that they see, even on, don't you hear the music? It's like whistles and stuff.
Right.
It's lighthearted.
Yeah.
That it's a real place. I would hate to work with her. I would hate to work with her. She's toxic, and this is why the world is all divided, because people don't want to make friends. And I'm like, you're going to learn. They're going to learn.
Baby, I have had my battle with them. I talk about it often on my podcast and on the TikTok. I've had my battle with them. I think probably I've gotten some crazy complaints, but I think one of the craziest that I've gotten was somebody brought it to the district's attention that because my videos are circulating, I'm monetized. First of all, questioning if I were monetized or not, but asking how I could be making money on social media while I'm at work making money at the same time. So is that a violation of my contract? I'm like, wait a minute. Do y'all know how the algorithm in social media works?
Right.
Like, I made this video at 5:55 this morning.
Right.
No bra, no draws.
You literally said before I go to work. Before I go in
Before I go in the building.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, the video is spinning and it's probably monetized. And because they're bringing these claims to the powers that be have to call you in the office and just like you said, say, man.
Yeah.
They tripping again.
Here's the deal. I didn't even start getting monetized until last year. I applied 4 times to the Creator Fund. And they kept saying they couldn't find this or that. And I would send it to them. And then all of a sudden, just up one day, I got in on it, right? But thank you for that $8.40.
Baby, and that's another thing. They really think that it's some money.
Girl.
And I want to say, baby, because I look this way, the money is not rolling in for me like it's rolling in for the others. Now, I will venture off to say this. I'm not a coon. You will never catch me cooning. You will never catch me tap dancing for a coin.
Yeah.
So there are some teachers that look like us that, will do a little jig.
Yeah.
And, I'm not doing no jig. Yeah. I'm not here for it. I'm just not doing it.
You seem like a politician to me, sis. I'm serious. Like, I'm waiting on you to go to Austin.
Well, I said
make some changes. I remember you made it, and I was like,
when my daughter graduates, my first stop is going to be the school board where I work / live.
The way they going to dig through your social media.
And it's okay.
But that's going to support why you need to be there.
And that's why I feel like I have a little leg to stand on as a, being unapologetically me.
Absolutely.
It's because it's time to flip the narrative, I believe, right? It's okay that I drink. They probably going to complain like I'm drinking on camera and it's on YouTube. But it's okay for us to do this because you don't own me. I always say in my videos, I'm not on the plantation.
Oh, no, we're owned.
Who?
Oh, they really think.
By who?
That we're owned.
They think that.
They really, really think that we are owned. From the parents to the district, we are owned. Okay, like
Yeah.
everything we do represents them.
They
Everything we do. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of my content now is in my car.
see, and that's another thing I was gonna say. You used to record at work in your building.
Now when I was on with Mr. Fine Principal.
Oh, hey baby.
Oh gosh,
sir.
That can't. Oh, he likes that. He
Right.
loves all of that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't even monetized at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He loves all of that, and it brought good energy.
Thank
good views.
you.
People in Dallas were trying to come to my district. They was like, I need to come there, and it's a
Thank
4-day
you.
district.
Oh.
Did I mention it's a 4-day
No,
district?
hello.
No, Monday through Thursday, sis. That's it. One Friday a month. That's it.
What?
That's it. That's why I skedaddled. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, 4 days a week. I get there 7:45 to 4:45.
That's nothing. I could do that. We
Right.
do that anyway.
Right, you do it anyway. No meetings after work. I don't want to talk about it. No meetings after work. None of that. They do whatever they want to do on those Fridays. You know.
So you don't even have to report, or you report and you just
No.
Man, we could never. We could never.
I did my time. In Dallas. Listen,
We
I'm
could
good.
never.
I'm good.
We could never.
I'm good. Now,
So-
you're not in Houston.
No, I'm not in Houston.
I know you're not.
I've left Houston. I was in Houston ISD. I left Houston ISD for. I think I told that story. I quit like 2 days before Thanksgiving break one day. I just woke up and was like, "Yeah, no, it's not gonna work for me anymore."
Yeah.
And then I left and went to Fort Bend ISD. So I stayed there for a good little while until I had the principal from hell, which is the story I made. It's kind of how I first got my TikTok start.
Is this when we were talking about the black principals?
Baby,
Black female principals?
baby.
Girl,
When I tell people for real, like,
that's real.
when I see that lady, it's on sight. Like, I can't stand her. I wish nothing but the worst
They
for her.
have something to prove.
I wish nothing but the worst for her.
They have
still.
something to prove. I don't know what it is about the black female principals. This is my first time having a male principal. Loved it. If I tell you I loved it and will go back and work for him right now, the only reason why I'm not there is because I applied for dyslexia. And it made me have to move to a different campus.
Okay.
I love that campus. I will go back and get back in the classroom for that campus. Like, I love the kids, like everything. But black female principals, you couldn't pay me.
Yeah.
You can-
See, and I felt like that for so long because I was so scarred from this lady. And then I had a male, and then he got a promotion to the high school, and so they were told us, hey, we're getting the elementary principal was moving up to the middle school, and we were all kind of like, oh shit,
Right.
black lady,
Right.
da da da. When I tell you, I love that lady down so bad. Like, where she goes, I'm going. That lady could pack up right now and say, hey, I'm moving to Alaska to teach. And we were like, hold on, give me about 5 minutes and pack up my boxes.
Right.
Because we are all going with her. And that's just how we feel about her. As, you know, the whole campus feels like that about her. People that leave my campus leave because they've been promoted up.
Yeah.
They've been they've been in the administrative cohort and they're moving up, or they've gotten a dyslexia position or a counseling position or something like that, and they leave her. Nobody says, I'm leaving her to make a lateral move because I want to get away from her.
I love that you have someone that came in and broke down your experience.
Yes.
Because once you've experienced the dreaded, let me say that, black female principal that got something to prove. Girl.
Single, childless, miserable. Like, I cannot stand. That lady hated me so bad. She rigged the Teacher of the Year election for me. I told her, sorry, baby, that lady was a hater. You cannot, and I'm going to speak specifically about her because I don't want everybody to come like, oh, it's not all. I hate when I said it. It's not all. I'm not
talking
about
you saying all. You know what? Hit dogs always holler. They get on my nerves with that. They get on my nerves with that.
About you.
If it don't apply to you, baby, move on.
It's real simple. But with her, you couldn't be prettier than she was. You couldn't have a better body than she was.
That's the thing.
Don't let a man come up there and drop off some flowers or some lunch.
Baby, that's the thing.
You on her shit. Oh, I mean, sorry.
So we had the same principle. Is what I'm hearing.
We must have.
That's what I'm hearing. We had a VP that was fine. Girlfriend was fine, size 8, petite, cute. Husband, administrator too, and could not move up. Blocked on for 5 years. Block. At campus loved her down, but it wasn't good for her because the campus loved her down and not the other one. Well, be lovable, heifer. I don't know what you want. What do you want?
Because I'm too busy trying to show everybody that I'm the boss bee. I'm the top dog.
You're not lovable. You're not likable.
You're not likable.
You know what I'm saying? You fake friendly and you talk about everybody. Like, no.
And that reminds me of, and if you see this, sorry, this is no shade to you, but at this school, at this campus I had in Fort Bend ISD, I had an associate principal. You know, y'all have associates?
Vice principals, you mean? Or?
Well, I guess, what's the vice? I guess, so you have assistant principals and vice principals?
We call them either or.
Okay, so we have assistant principals and associate principals. Okay. Principal, right? Depending on how big the campus is.
So is the associate in training? Like,
the associate is like the next in line. So
okay,
if something happens to the principal, you're up next. Or if a new campus becomes available, you're possibly up next to take over principalship at that new campus, right? So this lady was an associate principal. She was my 10th grade English teacher, okay, in high school, because I went to school where I taught. She was my 10th grade English teacher in high school. She came to be the associate principal at the campus that I worked at, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna love her. She's very fair. She's very it's
From
black and white."
Remembered in the 10th grade,
yes.
Okay.
And then she still had the same. She's very kind of dry personality. If she smiled, everybody's like, "Oh snap!" Miss such and such smiled because she's just very she's fair. But you're never gonna guess or wonder where you are with her.
Yeah.
Right. So, what time is it? 30 years later, she's still an associate. They just bounce her around. And I swear it's because that principal put something in the atmosphere.
They do.
So where this lady could move up, because everybody loved her, right? Everybody loved her. She was fair. And that's the one word that we kept saying about her. Like, she was fair. She was consistent. She wasn't a big personality person. She wasn't any of that.
But she was fair.
But she was fair. And you never had to question. If you do your job, you good. If you don't do your job, here we go, right? But she put that lady, she made that lady do a lot of stuff as far as like writing me up and whatnot, because she knew the relationship that we had with her being my teacher. So when it was time for me to file grievances, who did I have to file them on? I had to file them on my teacher. I hated that. But that B word did that. That helper did that.
Oh, wow.
That helper did that.
Did you ever talk to her about that?
No, I never. When I left that school, girl, I never looked back. I never looked back. And I hate that, because I'm like, dang, y'all, the assistants, other administration was cool. But they were all doing what that lady told them, because that lady had some power. I don't know if she, did a little something extra to some of the area superintendents, but she had some power. And blackball. And I escaped before she was able to blackball me, because I even tried transferring to another campus. Yeah. And the other principal was like, "Bet, I used to work with you here. I'm taking you. I already know you good."
Friend.
Baby, block.
Friend, let me tell you about the campus that I left. I think, and I'm just throwing out a number here. So let's just say it was 32 teachers on campus. 28 left at the end of the school year. 28. It was so bad. Everybody had already filled out their paperwork and everything. I was leaving, but didn't nobody know, right? Didn't nobody know, okay? I didn't tell her or nothing. And so at the end of the school year, she was like, "I'm not signing nobody out. If you're not coming back next year, I'm not signing you out. Go to so-and-so," So word got back to me. Keep in mind, she didn't know I wasn't coming back. So she didn't see me. And I turned my stuff in. They said, "Oh, okay, you going to another campus?" I said, "Oh, I'm leaving." They said, "What about your computer?" I said, "I turned that in 2 weeks ago."
I'm out.
Bye. I couldn't get up to the light yet, and my phone was ringing. I said, "I'm not answering the phone."
I'm done.
Girl got home. I did the district resignation so they could let her know. And that was it.
Girl, this
never saw me again. Didn't see me again.
That sounds like what I did. Do you know, I ended up having to go around her to get her assistant, who is now an associate in Katy ISD. Anyway. Yeah. But he's an associate. But at the time, I ended up putting him down as like a reference to say he was my direct praiser.
Put my VP down.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Just so that they would not contact her.
Yep, I did it.
Everybody, it was kind of like everybody sneaking me out of this abusive situation, this abusive relationship. And everybody was on board. And when that lady found out that I did the same thing. Last day of school, I told the story. Last day of school, I got written up 3 times.
The last day of school?
The last day of school, I got written up 3 times.
Why?
This was a hateful heifer.
Well, why on the last day?
Once I got written up, this lady pulled up an incident from 3 weeks ago that said I called in. I did a no-call, no-show. I said, huh? She said, "You didn't call me." I said, "I left you a voicemail. You didn't answer the phone. I left the voicemail. Did you talk to me?" I said, "No, because you didn't answer the phone. I left the voicemail." Wrote me up for no-call, no-show. I said, 3 weeks ago, you're going to write me up for no-call, no-show? So we get into a little spat in the meeting where she's writing me up. Yeah. She raised her voice and said, "You're not going to raise your voice at me. That's what we're not going to do."
Right.
I left. Called me back on the PA system. wrote me up again. I said, I'm getting written up for disrespecting her.
She was yelling at you.
Yeah. So disrespecting you. I left, whatever, went back to my classroom, called me again over the last day of school, called me on the PA system. Last day of school for us was a teacher work day. This was no students were in the building. This was get your classroom together. I had like a rip in my jeans here, maybe a rip in my, she wrote me up for dress code. Girl, I just laughed. Because I had already signed my paperwork in another district. I'm out of here. I just ha, laughed. And end of the day, checkout list, girl, I got my truck and went home. I was like, F that checkout list. I'm not signing up anything.
I'm leaving.
And she was the same way, blowing my phone up. She sent an email she did not know where I worked. She just knew.
Yeah.
I think she's going to go get a job over here. So in the email to me, she CC'd HR. And she says, well, I think she's going to be working at da-da-da. She left her room a mess. Took pictures of a classroom that was not my classroom to show HR that I left my classroom a mess and that my check should be held. Girl, it wasn't even my classroom that she took a picture of.
I know that check wasn't held.
Girl, I got my money and got the heck up out of there. That lady is the devil. I saw her ass waddling not too long ago up in 5.
Did she try to say hello?
No, because I just saw her from a distance. I said, look at that ass. Sorry. Look at her waddling. Oh, I couldn't stand that lady. And so many teachers had the same experience with her as far as filing grievances against her. And the first year I left, I think she made it maybe a semester and they got her up out of there. But what do they do to principals like that? They fell up.
Yeah.
So then she gets a district position.
I don't understand. When I was on that campus in 26, more than 70% of us left. Red flag people, red flag. But just like being a teacher, it's hard to get fired.
Yeah.
You gotta body slam a child.
Or play with their money.
Yeah.
Play with their money.
Right, to get fired.
Get you some honey on the job.
They're not gonna do nothing.
Girl,
it's like,
I just say, oh, when is her day coming? Because even after me, the same instances kept coming up with different people.
She was evil.
And it's like, girl, y'all don't see. But I think she got some dirt on the district. She must know where
she has to.
The bodies are buried because they will not let her go.
They won't let her go.
They will not let her go.
I don't understand it. I can't find out. I don't even
But
care.
if you're watching, sis, I continue to wish you nothing but the worst.
Oh, I love it. You did it with a smile.
I did.
For the love of Christ. I love it.
But anyway, girl, we got all the whole thing. So back to social media. Being a social media teacher.
I need them to run us up the way they running everybody else up. First of all, we don't make enough money.
No.
TRS is
start.
sitting up with that money I need to be sending to my kids while they at Berkeley and doggone other schools.
I gotta die to retire. What about you?
You have a who?
I have to die to retire.
Me too. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all gotta die.
Working until I'm like 90.
I'm not marrying for love next time. Let's get married again. We're gonna marry. We're not. No. Hear me out. We're gonna get married for money. Who got high blood pressure in here? Who got gout?
No, you want the military men, the veterans, 100% service connected disability. That way you get them taxes paid.
And they already out.
They a little crazy, but I'm crazy too, so it's okay. It's balance. It's
yeah.
We'll be okay.
I'm down.
Okay. As long as you can swing, you can duck and you can swing back, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, and I can throw chairs and stuff. I fight dirty. You're not gonna fight men dirty.
Nah, you got to.
You gotta fight men dirty.
But I don't know where the taxes are where you live, but mine high as hell. So I'm gonna have to take that L. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay.
All right.
So when I see, let's go back to the numbers in the sponsorship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a little jealous. I'm a little salty.
Okay.
I'm a little salty. I do see other teachers that have other other ventures that have taken off, podcasting or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I say, it's interesting that they have a select type of Black person that they get on this particular show or two. I've seen there was a couple of them. Yeah. And I say,
we would never fit.
We would never
fit.
We would never.
Mm-mm.
But then when I look at the topics that they're discussing, I'm like, this sounds like rinse, repeat, like stuff that.
Why don't they talk about the real things? Like when I said I ain't breaking up no fight.
No.
We need to talk about that because you need to know. I'm not breaking up no fight.
Or you talk about it and you just put your own little twist on it. But if you hit the points that we've already made, it's like,
absolutely.
I know that ain't my shit. I hear y'all.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is that my shit? Is that what I just said?
It's exactly.
Did you remix my video?
They just took the seasoning off, but it's the same thing.
I know that ain't my.
It's the same thing. A commando girl who was like, look, I ain't taking a bullet for your babies. Let me tell you something. I wish I had thought of that first, because I would have made that video, because I'm not.
I'm not.
I promise you. I'm going
to be like, that video a recap the other day.
Follow me. I'm going to say follow me. I'm running.
Girl, them people were so mad at me in that video.
Yeah,
I'm making a recap. And I said, well, we've talked about this before. We talked about this several times before. Why do y'all think that is our job?
Because they think that we are owned. Okay, here it is. They want you to be another mother figure within their boundaries of what a mother figure should be. They want your help, but they only want it the way that they want it. All right? Literally caught a baby stealing from we were going to the nursing home. So we were packing care packages and stuff. Baby is stealing the stuff. I see her. Keep in mind, she been getting in trouble. I see her. It's a whole thing.
Stealing, like little deodorants and stuff.
The lotions, all the stuff, all in the care packages or whatever. I go talk to her mom. I'm like, hey, I don't want her out of the club, but she's not going to be able to go on the field trip. You supposed to be helping her. You supposed to be helping her. I don't understand. She didn't put it in her bag. I could see if she put it in her bag, ma'am. I saw her. But I don't understand why y'all some fake black women around here.
Whose bag did she put it in?
Another girl's bag that she bullies. So cause she said, I'm gonna get it later.
Okay.
But I just so happened to turn and see her putting it in there. The girl was way over here. You over here on the floor with all the stuff. But my battle, but everyone thinks that they own you.
Yeah.
Parents to district.
Yeah.
They own you. What you say, what you do. Whether you're at home in your car about to clock in or sitting at your desk, they feel like you should always only be a teacher.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then I feel like, I know where I am and probably other places surrounding where I work as well. If it were nothing but rainbows, butterflies, and sunshine, if I was making content in my classroom where I'm dancing with my kids while rapping and cooning and teaching English, and I was bringing great looks and attention to the district, and it would be great. They would support me, right? It's just like where I am, you can see a white man can get up and dance to Vanilla Ice, and baby, it'll be all over the district website and the district Twitter and the da-da-da-da-da. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Or like me, I have a social media ban. I cannot record on district property. I cannot take pictures on district property. I can do nothing. But I'm like, wait a minute. I scroll on TikTok. I noticed that this is the principal of such and such school. Or this is the assistant principal at such and such school. Or this is the coach at such and such school. They own the property. Yeah. They're recording. They're making TikToks. They're having a funky good time. Yeah. But it's me that can't do it.
Well, because you're not bringing the sunshine and the rainbows. You're talking about real life district political issues, problems with parenting, problems with the kids. They don't want to hear that. They only want to see the bright side of education. So that's what happens. So you get banned.
Yeah.
I purposely took myself off of there. I just said, let me just get in my car because I just felt like it was going to be some problem.
But that's still a problem. Even with me, I mean, I'm literally in the kitchen.
It's still a problem
with a bathrobe on and a bonnet, girl. I'm in my kitchen before I even leave the house.
They can't say anything about that. You ain't say the district name. You didn't say the school name.
Never. I don't even say my name.
You're not right. Girl, I had to ask her a name when I showed up, people. I don't know her. Girl.
Wait, that's so funny because people always do it. But I do that purposely because I never want anybody to connect. Now, people have connected, and because people have connected, they have, called the superintendent, called my principal, done whatever they
don't have nothing to do. I don't have the energy for that. I don't. I literally don't have the energy for that. I don't.
They're so miserable.
I don't. I want to do my job. I want to go home. I want to put my feet up, rub them together, and watch some Netflix.
They are miserable.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something. I don't have time for that. I just that's too much energy. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to be calling. I literally don't know what people do in their classrooms.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I promise you, I do not care. They just have so much energy for everything that's not their business.
Or that's not their child. Because that's when, let's focus where the focus needs to be focused on. This is where you need to be. Girl, what was the complaint I got this year? Girl, I got to count. I got so many. I got a kid that didn't get her way. didn't get their way about a grade because, everybody's supposed to have all A's or all B's. If you get a 74, it's the end of the world.
Right.
And because you lied to your parent and made sure, it's always us not putting in grades.
Why they don't think their kids lie?
Girl, they don't think the kids lie. She don't put in grades, or she got a stack of papers on her desk that she didn't grade. Baby, my grade book is up to date. We're good here. Then it was, well, she comes to work high every day and smells like weed. I said, weed? Me? No shade to those who smoke weed.
First of all, we don't get drug tested. Have you ever been drug tested?
Never.
Never. Been in with your kids years.
Never.
Decade.
I've been teaching for 20 plus years. I've never
one
been asked
drug test.
Blood test.
So what does it matter? What does it matter? None of us. I remember going to campus. Y'all ever been drug tested? No. I know, because y'all been here high.
The only people that get drug tested where I am are coaches and coaches that drop. Now, any coach can get a random.
Yeah.
But if you drive the bus or something, it's something weird.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, no. But I said, you mean to tell me that I come to work smelling like weed every day and no students, I teach 8th grade, nobody is talking about it?
Not once.
But it's just so random that all of a sudden you're not getting your way, and I...
You know how many teachers on edibles? Do you know how many teachers are on edibles every day?
The regular Xanax, Zoloft,
all of that,
whatever.
The whole
but
cocktail.
I said, wow, this is how low. And you know that's a lie, but you as a parent come in and repeat that lie. You know it's not true.
Right.
But why would you purposely want to? What if they suspended me pending investigation? What if anything?
They ain't got nothing to do.
Like,
they don't have nothing to do.
I said, and
you
then
need to worry about your daughter and what she doing with her boy in that bathroom. That's what you need to do. Because some strange things be going on in elementary school and high and junior high. I know you got the junior high. But some strange things happen in elementary school, like naked pictures getting sent around. Baby, this is elementary. People be tripping. All y'all do in elementary is color. Baby, I got stories for days. Where do you want to start? Naked pictures. Same-sex sex. Elementary school.
Not elementary.
Elementary school. At one campus I worked on, we had some girls who were together. And the principal at the time was like, well, I'm going to just call the parents. I freaked out. Don't call the parents. I'm not for that. Because you don't know.
Right, what's going to happen when they get home.
And it happened.
Oh,
and it showed up on campus. It went down on campus. Because you're basically outing these babies. Yeah, they in the 5th grade. But still, you're outing them.
Right.
To their parents. And you know how black parents feel when they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right. It went down. So when my chance came, and I was in 4th, and I had a same-sex. Very open. Like telling people you can't be our friends if you can't support us. That we're in 4th grade. Okay. We're kissing and doing all the things. Okay? I said nothing. That ain't my business. It's not. Because I don't know what that's going to create at the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think that they get how much we really, really love their kids to that end.
Right.
That will protect them from you.
From you.
You know what I'm saying? And so, girl, I'm tired.
Oh, well, speaking of pictures and phones.
I don't know how I got on that, but girl.
I know. I was like, ooh.
Elementary school is wild. Because when you have 2 dads, and you do what you do. But when you see things, you mimic them.
Right.
In pre-K kinder. Wow. It's being mimicked. So you just got to be careful. Your kids are around.
Right.
And what you let slip or see or lock your doors or whatever, because they that's how they learn it. They see it. That's what they do.
And I know but for us, they come and of course they telling all y'all business, and they're writing it down in their journals, writing down all y'all business.
Ooh, and
if you make them mad at home, they gonna go to the counselor and they gonna say ABC going on in my house because you took their phone or you cut the Wi-Fi off,
right?
Or you took their PlayStation for the week,
right?
And that's what we did.
And then you want our help. No. Keep that same.
Or you
energy.
act oblivious. You're dense to what, like, baby, you know what your kid capable of. Your kid done turned on you. You know what your kid capable of.
When I made that video about do it yourself, and I was done, I meant that. I'm done.
You over it.
I'm done. I'm not helping now. Because when I went to, now, I do remember being in 4th grade. Shout out to you, Miss Hutchins. Miss Hutchins, see, that's back when I could whoop kids. And baby, she had this paddle called the Peacemaker. She didn't call nobody mama. Black, white, Mexican, we all got licks. In class, 4th grade. Come on up here. And she, wow. And we go sit down. Did we tell our mama? No. And you know why? Because that's
you gonna get it at home
gonna get it. And she ain't asking no questions, right? Now, and my mama said, that's your mama when you go to school and she better not call me. She literally said, that's your mama at school. She better not call me. That's not the attitude that they have right now.
No.
It's, I'm going to tell my mama on you, and whatever I say, my mama's going to believe me.
And your mama coming up to this
coming
school,
up here.
she finna get embarrassed.
Treating me like the degree on the wall don't mean I wasn't raised in the hood. And that's what irritates me.
And your mama finna get embarrassed. Because that's what happens. We always like, okay.
I almost got into a fight in the middle of drop off, because this mama was attacking another kid, because the baby got in the car and said that another little boy said he was ugly. Mm-hmm. He was. Okay, let's just go and put that out there. You ugly little boy. Okay, our children are not pretty. I need y'all to clock into me. Our kids are not handsome. Just because you got a son don't mean he's handsome. Just because you got a daughter don't mean she cute. Do you understand? Jesus Christ, and you need to clock into that.
Don't cancel me.
Realize that all kids ain't cute, and you ain't cute. Anyway, I flashed and I apologize, but I meant it. So she's driving out. She stops the car. Sis jumps out and attacks this little 3rd grade little bitty kid. You don't do that. That's not nice. So I get the baby. It's not my child, not my student.
Right.
And I scoot the baby behind me. Mm-hmm. A teacher comes and says, ma'am, you can't talk to the... And I don't know why you getting involved. Go in there and clock out. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. And I stood there rocking. What she did not see was, first of all, we in the south side of Dallas. And there were... 2 other teachers had already migrated on her left and right. She didn't even... Because we fight dirty.
Yeah.
You're not just going to fight one teacher. We all fighting up in here, which I could have took it myself, don't get me wrong. But it was just a joy as seeing my other co-workers like, we finna do this.
Right.
Because we're going to fight dirty around here.
Wow.
That's what you're not finna do. She's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Baby.
Because you have to stay professional.
And then all the kids were outside.
Yeah.
All of them were getting, and parents and all of this here, and I gotta stay here while you do this, and I know I can drag you.
Oh,
I know I can drag you.
That's an angry cry. Like I would cry because I'm so angry that I would not be able to do anything.
My pressure was up. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, I would be so hot.
Look, I love Jesus, and I will drag you in the name, in His mighty name. I will pray for the strength of Samson. To get you up and down this street, baby. I would say, empower me, Lord, right now. Because, baby, don't treat me like, because I'm not doing, all I said, ma'am, you can't can't do that to this baby. This baby's 8. And that's an 8-on-8 crime.
Yeah.
First of all, you had an ugly child. Did nobody tell you to have an ugly child? You did. And then you said ugly child to school. Now another child on their level points out the obvious, and now you mad. I see why you mad, because you also are ugly. So why are you... I'm just saying. Girl, I was so pissed.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I was so pissed. Like,
they gonna cancel me like they canceled that teacher that was talking about those special ed
Don't cancel. It's me, y'all, not her.
Remember that podcast that we shall not mention, because they...
Don't just take a sip, boo.
They're stealing content.
They do. Word for word.
And they ain't even funny.
No.
Anyway, I'm being a hater. Anyway.
No, you're not.
Speaking of cell phones and all that, what's your thoughts about the cell phone ban in Virginia? Do you know they have a whole 36-page document?
Sum it up for me real quick. What is the Virginia? Because I think I missed that one.
Basically, your kid. Hold on, let me pull it up for you because it's 26. My bad. 26 pages.
I'm not writing a dissertation.
Guidance for cell phone free education pursuant to Executive Order 33, the Virginia Department of Education. So starting January 1st, 2025,
Okay.
kids will not be able to use phones during the instructional day.
Okay.
Bell to bell, so cell phone free education, cell phone free zones. And they mean personal, like all personally electronic devices. They have rules for different rules for elementary, middle school, and pre-K. I'm sorry, elementary, middle school, and high school.
Okay.
There are exemptions. What do you think the exemptions to the cell phone are? If you have a what or a what? What do you think?
What or what?
504 IEP.
I was just finna say.
Alrighty. And
how does that fit?
I don't know, but you have to write it in. If the kid needs that to, for whatever reason, I'm not
give them calculators
because I don't want the special education advocate lady with that blonde hair, that blonde stiff hair to come for me. You have to have it written up in their 504, their IEP, or their individualized health plan, if they have one.
What does that have to do with that?
If they are an EL or EB, what do y'all call them in your district? ELs or EBs student with a documented language barrier, then they can have something that gives them access to language and communication.
Everybody finna have an IEP.
But this document is so freaking long. It's literally 26 pages long.
Who authored?
Now, I cannot remember. I think her name is Above. Ashley. I cannot think of her name.
That's too much.
But there was a teacher that made a video that said, "Hey, responding to a comment, if the governor wants to take my child's phone, the governor better come in here and take my child's phone themselves." Why y'all making our job harder?
First of all, I don't even like touching the kid's phone. I just say turn it off. I don't even care. I'm not finna fight you over that, baby. Just turn it off. If it go off, go turn it off, and we're done.
And if it's a distraction, baby, go put that on my desk. First of all, my kids
it when
know
you leave.
We're supposed to turn phones in, baby. My classroom upstairs in the far corner. I'm not walking my lazy self down to the front office, filling out paperwork to turn your phone in. I'm not doing it. So put it on my desk and come get it at the end of the class. I don't even hold it until the end of the day, baby. Come get it because I don't want to be responsible for it. Because you'll turn in an iPhone 4 and then it'll crack and your mama come back with an iPhone 20 saying I broke it.
Right.
And I need to replace your iPhone 20. And I'm like, no, I'm not here for it.
I'm not doing that. That's your property. You do what you want to.
It's too much. I feel like that's something that's above us. I don't know how they're going to enforce that.
I don't know because I'm not doing. I wouldn't do it.
And we see all these kids fighting their teachers behind these phones
over a phone.
Baby, you got it.
What be in them phones?
You
they
got it.
Lose their mind.
Crack.
Like they literally lose their minds over their phone.
I don't know.
I mean, they get to swinging, they get to doing all kinds. It ain't worth all that to me, baby. That's
your.
I didn't buy that. It's not mine. Just turn it off.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
Just turn it off for me. I'm not doing no cell phone. I'm not doing that.
They do it, and then don't tell me that you missed something while I was talking, cause okay.
You should have recorded it.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not doing
Which brings me to my next point. Did you see, her name is Teacher M. Watson. I don't know if you follow her.
I don't think I do.
Okay, great. I think she's in maybe Georgia or Alabama. I don't know. She gonna kill me. I don't know where she is.
I need to follow her.
But she made a video, like a little cute, fun video that said like something along when appraisers come into your classroom and they give you a score and you're like, baby, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Don't.
Whatever score you have. And so people started going at her about her not caring about being a great teacher. And she's like, hey, y'all don't understand. So it made me think, you know how men always tell us when we reach a certain age that we've hit the wall, or we've hit the ceiling. I feel like at this point in my career, I'm 42 years old, been in the game 20. The only job I've ever had was in education. As soon as I graduated high school, I went straight to working for an ISD. Okay. And I've been there ever since. So every check, for the most part, unless I got a little side hustle somewhere, has been from an ISD. But I feel like I, too, have hit the wall.
You don't care, babe.
And my teacher.
You don't care.
And it's not that I don't care about being great. If I feel like I'm great.
But do you care about how they grade you?
I've never cared. I don't even open up those things.
I don't either. I thought it was the only one.
The last day of school when it's checkout time and they're like, you can't leave unless all of your things are signed in whatever the system is that we use. Yeah. And I always have to go back and be like, signature. I don't care what you said. Don't care. I don't care what you rated me. I do not care. I'm doing my job and I'm going home.
Let me tell you when I started not caring. I know the exact moment when I started not caring. So I was in pre-K. I love pre-K. But I didn't know. They didn't have a curriculum. Okay. So I made up my own, and I didn't realize that I had incorporated kindergarten first. And those kids could read. Okay. So the district had an issue with the fact that they could read and they could do first grade math. Like, it was like a thing. Anyway, I get called into the office. They need a 5th grade teacher. I've only done pre-K. Okay, I know how to start them from here. 5th grade, look, you're good at math. We need you in math. And they talk me into it. I'm like, okay. I go in there in November. Okay, I go in there and I do it. I'm doing the whole thing, and this is STAR. I'm doing all the things. When it came time for my appraisal, and it was right when they started that new appraisal thing with the, they flip the numbers. They get to doing that. I was 1 point off. And what was said to me was,
for being what, exemplary?
Yeah,
I don't even know what the rate is.
And to get like the $3,500 and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, I know you was doing me a favor and you would have got it had you stayed in pre-K, but I didn't know what the numbers was going to be, because I definitely would have made sure I wasn't right since I have not.
Is this that
T-I? It was right when it started. It was right when it started. So this was like maybe 8 years ago, something like that. Baby, I ain't care since.
Okay, so now that you say that, it just got brought to my district.
I'm sorry.
Just got brought. But the stipulations in order to receive it say that you have to teach on this side of the tracks, not on this side of the tracks. So the only people that are eligible for it are people that teach on this side of the tracks. Now, if you are on this side of the tracks, but you're nationally board certified, then you can get it. Well, hell, what's the cost of being national? I don't care.
And every year, watch it, it's going to change. Every year, the grading scale is going to change. Every year, it's going to be something different. It never stayed the same. It never. The whole time I was in Dallas, it changed. The number would change. Or I mean, it was always some kind of stipulation. And so it was like you're shooting in the wind. So I never did. I never cared about being exemplary. I never cared about being distinguished. I never cared about none. I wouldn't feel like, and then you had to get 3 letters of recommendation and write a full report.
I'm not doing all of that.
To be considered. Yup, to be considered.
It's the same thing when they tell me I got to write something to do some extra work. I'll be like, I'm good. We have these things every school year. They give us these opportunities to write these grants and get like technology for your classroom or start a new program. And they say, well, you have to do A, B, C through Z, right? And the max you can get is $1,000.
$1,000 for all that work?
I ain't doing that. Don't worry about it.
For all that
and they be like, please, just write a grant. Why don't you bring podcasting to the school? I said, oh my God, I would love to bring podcast. How much? $1,000? No, I'm good. Or you can help, so teachers that get $1,000 or maybe $1,500. But your principal can get I'm gonna say $5,000, right? So you could go in and write another grant or write the grant for your principal, and then your principal can get this equipment while you get this equipment, and then y'all can put it in. Nah, I'm good. Not even with ChatGPT. Because I feel like I have hit the wall. I do feel like I'm a great teacher. I don't have a desire to be greater.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean that I am above learning. I always think we can learn. But do I have a desire to keep banging my head against the wall for somebody to tell me that it's still not good enough in an effort to try to be great for you? No, it's like a relationship, right?
Right.
Like, baby, let me tell you something. You only gonna tell me too many times that I'm not good enough for you, and that whatever I'm doing is still not good enough for you.
Right.
Before I'm going to stop trying.
I don't love you anymore.
I don't love it.
I don't love you anymore.
I'm gonna go cheat.
I don't love you anymore. Listen, I've been trying to. When I walked into this new district, Mr. Fine Principal, I said, "Girl." I said, hey, I'm going to be honest with you before school even started. This is my make it or break it year. I'm either going to love it or I'm going back to corporate. I'm honestly, I have trauma. I'm traumatized.
Yes,
and I just don't. The last, what broke the camel's back is that a staff member died. And the way that it was handled was heartbreaking.
Y'all had one of those too?
Yes.
Girl.
And it was so heartbreaking. For real. Like, we knew she was going to go have the surgery. We knew, okay, girl, we'll see you. We get back. And she never recovered. And I can't even tell you on camera the things that her husband told us was said. But I knew he don't work with us. He was not lying.
Yeah.
We stood next to her on life support while he was telling us the instructions that were given to him, who is not a staff member, on how to deal with us. And that is what got the 26 people out. It was already bad. But when that happened, and he told us what he told us, and then we went to the memorial, And they was like, Tiff, go up there and say something. We weren't represented. I'm not saying nothing. But I was like, this is it.
And this is why I say, people, teachers, do your 8 and skate. They do not care. If people like, take a bullet. No, they don't care about you. They will replace you. I said that. These people will
They'll name a bench after you and keep on going.
If you paid your faculty fund.
Right.
If you didn't pay them faculty fund, $25, they're not putting anything. I said, those people don't even make sure my kids ate dinner that night. So, no. We had a death in our district, too, and that's drama. HR called me for real if I talked about that. But that may have been about 4 or 5 years ago. And that was another one I was like, oh, these people, all that, we're family. We're a small district. We're family.
We are not family. I don't even like some of my family. I'm not doing this with you. We are not.
Y'all literally don't care whether
I think that's a brainwashing tactic.
So crazy.
The whole we are family.
That is so crazy.
The family. That family. We're not family. No. You show me that every day. So
that's why I take off. I use my days. People like, no, baby, I use my days. I use my days. I was fishing with a man. Fishing.
I like
on a lake with my feet kicked up.
Proud of you.
A drink in my Yeti.
I'm proud of you.
Fishing.
I love it.
Don't call me and tell me
sick?
nothing.
No sick day.
It was mental health day.
Yeah.
I needed to be on the lake.
I love that for you.
With that man.
Yeah.
Fishing. Speaking of men, we're gonna wrap this up because I really want to do Teachers After Dark with you.
Let's do this.
I know you're churchy and you don't.
I love you, Lord, but let me tell you, I don't want
story.
you to.
I know you get into the raunchy.
Girl, no, wait, whoa.
Don't get into raunchy,
y'all. No, it's you texting me talking about. Should we not be cursing?
I was like, I don't know.
Should we not be? I was like, ma'am, this is what I look like coming into your house and telling you what to do.
I was like, I know you got an audience that, you have to appeal to.
I am at your house.
I know.
Okay? So I respect
But you be doing you be at the church with your pastor on your video.
I do.
And I don't want your pastor, I don't want the people at the church to be like, damn, Tiffiney a freak.
They know I'm crazy.
Okay.
Girl, but listen, this is my deal. And I think there's such a misconception with Christianity because you have a sect of Christians that want to put on airs, right? And they've always been this way. Then you have the ones like me where, girl, I got a story about that. You want to talk about it? Yeah, I love Jesus now. Do you want to talk about when I didn't?
Right.
We could talk about what happened
before the new me.
Before Jesus.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And not that I'm not without struggle right now. This is the realness of the walk, right? But I'm open to discussing things because nobody was real with me at church and I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always trying to be real with whoever. If they come to me and they say, oh, I'm struggling, I can't let him go. Girl, I remember I couldn't let him. Woo, it was long and strong, okay? He was unemployed, so girl. The Lord had to come pluck me out of his lap, child. I'm just saying, they need to know, honestly, they need to know that there's somebody in here that goes to church, really loves Jesus, but I got a story, babe.
You got a story.
And I don't want you to feel like you by yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help you. What do you need me to do? Call me when you get weak in the knees. It's gonna be all right. Call me, we're going to Starbucks to do something. I don't know, I ain't him, but we can do something. I will help you out because it's hard when you have. Yeah. I need to be on Teachers After Dark.
Okay, we're going to pause. If y'all want to continue this conversation, don't say nothing. We're going to finish this conversation on Teachers After Dark. If you are not following us on Teachers After Dark, please subscribe exclusively on Patreon. If not, y'all can keep the G-rated version of me and Tiffiney.
Yay!
Am I English teacher? I'm on break.
No, you good. It don't matter.
Keep it here. Okay, but if not, go ahead and follow us over there to Patreon where we are going to do Teachers After Dark. So
Yay!
see y'all next time.